then you have to deal with that type of stuff. But whatever I say, don't you run up on that damn stage.
I was getting ready to say, with this recent trend of people running up on stage, man, you know, what are your thoughts about it? It seems as if a lot of comedians are now having to start this campaign where, you know, they have to warn the audience, hey, don't come up here because you're going to get nominated with these hands. I mean, talk about that from a comedian's perspective, man.
Well, Chris Rock and the Will Smith thing, and then the recent, you know, just to follow up, you know, not too long later with the Chappelle thing, you know, those are two different incidents. I don't want to call it being sensationalized or call it a trend.
Right.
It does happen. It does happen, but I know you most likely go see a comedian slap another comedian than the audience member, to be honest with you. Right. You're most likely to see that. That's crazy. People shouldn't, you shouldn't do that. You know, people like Chappelle got protection. I'm surprised that guy even got that close to him.
Man, you talking about mangled. I thought I was watching Tales from the Crypt the way they had him on the ground like that, like, son.
Exactly. They stomped him, made him a Mr. Potato Head.
Hey, yeah.
So, but what about the venues where, you know, not as many people? It can be a venue where it could be like 40 people, somebody performing, and somebody go back and forth. We see it all the time in the comedy world. In the local comedy world, you know, they might deal with a heckler. Somebody might not agree with you and don't think you funny, but if you don't think someone's funny, you know, leave or don't come out. You know, if you can't take some, you know, leave. I never had nobody come up on stage on me, but if somebody decide to, I probably will take that microphone stand and I'm gonna swing like motherfucking Hank Aaron. And hopefully, you know, secure to get to the part. We had recently at the club, we had a guy, we had Orlando Jones. Shout out to Orlando Jones from Mad TV. And he had a guy try to come up towards stage and heckle him also. So
what day was that? Because I went to the Sunday show. What day was that?
Not Sunday, it was the Friday show. Some guy walked up toward the stage and told him to wrap it up. You know, he should wrap it up. And Orlando Jones said, you know, I should wrap this cord around your neck. Now, this was going on during the show. The Friday 10:30 shows are the tester for any comedian who ever decides to do comedy. If you think you good, perform on Friday, Baltimore Comedy Factory 10:30 show. Wow. That lets you know where you at.
Wow. And he did a good show. You know what I mean? Like, once I seen his name. Yes, he did phenomenal. And shout out Ty Davis too, because she opened up as well. She did phenomenal as well.
Shout out to Ty and stuff like that. And to be, you know, just to be transparent on everything, you know, to follow a performance like me and Ty, then you gotta take it up the next level. You can't bring it down. So, you know, that was our first time, me and Ty working with Orlando Jones. That was his first time here in Baltimore Comedy Factory. So shout outs to him, man.
Shout out. Well, let me ask you this. Moving forward, right? Because I agree with you. I don't think it's a trend. Because if anything, things like this was happening before the whole incident with Will and Chris Rock, right? It was happening before the day. It's, you know, it's kind of like an isolated incident. Believe it or not, each incident is on its own. It even happens in sports leagues, things of that nature. But, you know, what are your thoughts on like venues? Do you feel like they need to step up in regards to having security, protecting the acts on stage, you know?
Oh, yes. You most definitely should have people on the stage. DL Hewlett has his guy standing right there on the stage, by the stage. You probably didn't see it. Well, you left the show. But people like that, that's another story. That's off camera talk. But
right.
But some guys travel with their own security, people they can trust, and they'll stand right there by the stage or side of the stage. This was even before the Will problem. I know Gary Owens had a guy, but Gary Owens was for different reasons. His wife was trying to serve him papers, so She
Whoa.
yeah, so we had to have security at the club stand beside the stage just to make sure nobody tries to.
Jeez. Wow.
Oh, it's not a game, man.
That
It's
was
not a
in
game.
the middle of this performance. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on.
Yes, that when they be funny, they be like, excuse me, sir, are you Gary Owens? I was like, yeah, you see him on the fly, but
Yo, that's crazy.
venues most definitely need to be engaged of that, no matter what size the audience. You can have 400 people or you can have 40 people. It don't take but one.
Wow.
It don't take but one.
I just hope it
To all
don't get
my
to that point,
comedians,
man.
I hate to be, tell my comedians to be scrap on stage, but if it gets to that, stay scrap.
That's what I'm hoping that it doesn't get to that point.